The mail never stops.
Here comes the mailman.
Mail time.
Mail time. Mail time. Mail time.
The mail's here.
When you control the mail, you control information.
What it do, baby?
Now we look at better than
If there's something strange in your league, who you gonna call?
No, but you wouldn't listen. Right, you stupid. Look at you now.
Look at you now. You didn't listen to the Mailsack last week, and look at you now. You lost again. Just kidding. If you listened to the Mailsack last week, I don't know if you won or lost. We'll find out, I guess, with the calls. The calls are rolling in. Welcome to the show. It is the SleeperApp Mailsack. We are live. It is a live program where we answer your fantasy football questions to the best of our ability. You can call us live on the show right now, 256-567-5337, 256-56-SLEEP, or you can join us on the Twitter at SleeperWire Show, or you can go on the Sleeper app and find the SleeperWire channel. I've got 2 threads in there. You can send us questions. On the show today, Lucas and Dirty Jobs, we will be taking your phone calls and also your questions on the Mixler chat if you're listening on Mixler. So welcome to all new people. Let's go ahead and jump right into the calls. I don't have time to screen them, so let's just see who this is. Good evening, caller. What's your name?
Hey, what's up, man? It's Jesus.
Hey, Zeus, go Raiders! They beat the Lions!
Raiders. Hey, man, I heard you guys talking that you hope the Raiders could get another win for me, and they did, man. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, you're welcome. We had to pull
right.
some strings to make that happen. So anytime you want to donate to the show, we're more than happy to have you do that.
All right, for sure, man. All right, so I won this week, and I went up to first place. But
weren't you? Didn't you say you were in like 10th place when you first started listening to us? What a change! Look, I'm not saying that we did this for you, but man,
yeah.
First place—that's pretty solid.
Yeah, so I think I was like 6th or 7th, something like that. Yeah, but it's a pretty big upgrade.
It's all Mike. It's all Mike.
Yeah. What's it called? I have a Watson on bye, and should I roll Trubisky because the only quarterbacks available are him, Hoyer, but I don't even know he's gonna start, or that rookie from Cincinnati, Finley.
Yeah, I think you have to go out of those 3. You have to go Trubisky. There's no way that I'm gonna test out the new Cincinnati quarterback against Baltimore, which they've been trash all season, except for the last 2 weeks that they've played. The Baltimore defense has looked pretty good to me. And you're right. We don't know if Hoyer's going to play. I think that I have to rock Trubisky, even though I don't love it.
As shocked as I am to say Trubisky for me too. Yeah, I mean it's. I thought for sure I was going to be able to have a way better answer than Trubisky, but in this mess, I take Trubisky.
Well, look, Chicago's at home. They're playing Detroit, who's giving up a lot of points to the quarterbacks. Detroit's defense has been pretty terrible as of late, and Trubisky can scramble. So if Nagy gets back to last season Coach of the Year form and just allows Trubisky to do what he does, which is scramble around and run a whole bunch and get some yards with his legs, throw some short passes, and then, get it to Allen Robinson, Trubisky could be set up to have a pretty decent game here.
All right. I think I should put the claim now because, I don't want someone taking them, and then I'll probably have to go with no quarterback this week. But
yeah, you definitely want to.
I made a trade. Let me know what you guys think. When I made the trade, I had no idea it was tight end that he was seriously injured. So I traded Josh Gordon for Evan Ingram. Now I'm kind of looking for him in the playoffs since, I just found out about that injury. What do you guys think about that?
So he has a mid-foot sprain. As of what we hear right now, it's something similar to what Cam's been dealing with. Those are kind of tough to come back from. It's week to week, so you're probably looking at a minimum of 4 weeks. And it's something that he's also at risk to re-injure it. That's that's not the lost Frank, the Lisfranc sprain is what we think it probably is. It's what AJ Green has been dealing with, and what Cam has. So I don't think you gave up too much with Josh Gordon. Metcalf is still going to be my preferred target there over Gordon, and then obviously it's the guy. So I don't think you really hurt yourself in this trade, but I do hope you have an IR spot. Mike, what's your take on this?
Yeah, it's tough because I really like Evan Ingram, but yeah, this injury thing, it's kind of scary, and
it's already week 10, so you're going to be hoping to assuming you're in first place, you sound like you're pretty set to make the playoffs. So you're going to hope that you're going to have him back for the first round.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for because, I just found out that I guess he went to go see that doctor that nobody wants to go see.
Yeah.
Dude, doctor.
Yeah. All right.
Did you say the dick doctor?
That's pretty much it. But
Doom doctor.
Doom doctor. Okay. All right, Jesus. Well, hey man, you're always welcome to call in especially when the Raiders win. We like to hear from you.
All right, for sure, man. Thanks. Appreciate you guys.
All right, man. Go Raiders. We got a lot of calls today, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. He meant to say go Raiders, I'm sure. Briar's coming up next. We got Gabriel, DJ, and Curtis all lined up here. Plenty of calls. The number is 256-567-5337, 256-56-SLEEP. It is Briar. You are on the Sleeper Wire Show. What's your question?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
What's going on, Briar?
Okay, good question. Thanks for calling the Sleeper Wire Show.
We'll see you guys later. I'm feeling good. I came off last week and won when half my team was on bye by the miracle of Crowder and Ertz. So that was kind of nice.
Nice.
Love it.
Dude.
But my question is, so I'm sitting right at the bubble of making the playoffs and not. And I have a trade with all this news about Le'Veon Bell and the MRI and whatnot. They're not doing too hot, and I've seen people saying that they wouldn't be surprised if possibly he got put on IR. I don't know if that's all like stipulation, but a guy contacted me and offered the trade for Bell and Julio for Lamar Jackson, David Montgomery, and DJ Shark. And I wanted to get your guys' opinion on that.
Bell and Julio for Lamar, Chark, and David Montgomery. Who's your quarterback?
My quarterback is Carson Wentz, who has a good playoff schedule, but that Eagles offense is kind of off and on. And then Brissett this week, but Brissett's also dealing with an injury.
I think that I'm probably going to stay put here. I don't think that I can give up Julio. Bell, I'm not. So far, everything that I'm reading sounds like they're more optimistic about. The team is more optimistic about Bell than what some of the other little articles are coming out. The kind of these doomsday articles.
Yeah.
I think that I'm probably staying put here. Mike,
I think I'm staying put as well. There's just too much I don't like about that trade. On the opposite end of what you're receiving, I feel like you're just getting shortchanged. Like DJ Chark, I love him, dude. The guy is amazing, right? But he's amazing with Gardner Minshew, and it's looking like Nick Foles is coming back over there after their bye week. So I just don't know. I mean, are they going to have the same rapport? He's got a few question marks around him now, so I don't think I can depend on him. I don't think I can put him in that position like I can Julio Jones. So I feel like just that's not enough. I feel like I can get more for my Julio than that.
Yeah. Do you think maybe I have Kamara as my other running back, so I'm not too bad there. And then Adrian Peterson, Miles Sanders are kind of fluctuating. And do you think I should just continue to hold Bell, or if I can get Lamar Jackson and then maybe Shark for Bell and then maybe another wide receiver, would you do that?
So I would, if it were me and I'm trading away Bell, then I'm going to want another running back in return. So
Montgomery and Lamar,
yeah,
maybe.
if he wanted to, if he wanted to do Lamar and Montgomery for Bell, I would do that. But
Yeah.
I don't think that he's going to, because he was wanting Julio for Chark then, basically. So just tell him that you don't think that the Bell injury is as serious as what they're, so you don't really trust Montgomery, but you would take him. And then obviously if he's trading you Lamar, he has to have, I mean, does he have Mahomes?
No, he has a Josh Allen.
Oh,
I guess he has a lot of faith in him.
Josh Allen has a really nice schedule coming up. So, but if if he's willing to trade you Lamar and Montgomery for Bell, see if you can make that happen. Maybe you have to trade him Brissett back. See if you can trade him Brissett and Bell for Lamar and Montgomery. I would do that.
I think I do that too.
Second place with.
Do that before you for sure. Like tonight.
I don't think he knows any news about Bell, so that's kind of nice. He hasn't said anything. So I was trying to get something. That's why I called. But he's sitting fine. He has CMC, Devontae Freeman. Like, he doesn't need Montgomery. So maybe I can persuade him, being you're in second place already. I'm here to make your powerhouse.
Yeah, so that's our advice on that one. Try Bell and Brissett for Lamar and Montgomery.
Gotcha. I can do that.
All right, man. Good luck.
All right, Briar. Thanks for calling in.
Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs. Uh-oh. Jesus is going to have a problem with that. I don't know about that. Whoa. A little loud there.
Dude,
all right.
Fan over here. I just want to throw that out there real quick. At heart, I am a Broncos fan, so all you Chiefs fans and all you Raiders fans can just shove it. Just saying.
Wow.
Just saying.
Wow. Gabriel, what do you got to say about that? Gabriel, you're on the Sleeper Wire show. Mike spitting fire. What do you got to say?
What's up, guys? So I have a quick question. Well, it's kind of like a few questions, but it's all relevant to the same question. So right now I have Dak and Breeze on my roster. Just trying to trade one maybe for like a running back, RB2 or something like that. Made a lot of trades this season. Like, I traded Odell Beckham for Devontae Adams, and then I traded Chris Carson for Julio. So I have both Julio and Adams and Zeke. I'm looking for like kind of like an RB2. I have James White and I have Jamal Williams. So what I'm thinking of doing is trying to trade first question is who would you guys rather have, Dak or Breeze, rest of the season?
So I think I would rather have Breeze.
I think I'd rather have Breeze too. Wow. I'm proud of you, Lucas. I'm proud of you right now.
Well, it's completely schedule based, and Dak is the cowboy for America's team. They're going to whoop up on Minnesota this weekend. I am going to be at that game. Yes, sir. So they need to bring it home, but I still need Cooks and Diggs to do well also. So that's gonna, there's gonna be some inner struggle. But they play Minnesota, they play New England, Buffalo, Chicago, the Rams, at Philly. They have a lot tougher schedule than what the Saints have. They've both had their byes already, so you don't have to worry about that. But really, the Saints play San Francisco the first week of the playoffs. So that's a little bit rough. But I'm not worried about Atlanta, not worried about Tampa, not worried about Carolina, I'm not worried about Indy, I'm not worried about Tennessee. The 49ers is really the only tough game that Breeze is going to have. So for sure, and they get Atlanta twice. Right. They get Atlanta twice in the next weeks. So I'm for sure going Breeze.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Breeze for me too.
Cool. So that comes to my next question. So that was leaning that way already. So another team reached out to me and like Dak and he wants to know who I would give up Dak for. So, okay. So my next question is, what do you think about Latavius Murray rest of the season? He put up monster games while Kamara's out. They're probably, I don't know. I want to think. Go ahead.
I think you can count on him to be a Mark Ingram style running back. I mean, I think point forward, I think you see the Alvin Kamara workload go from that 85% snap count to like maybe 65, 70%, maybe even lower than that. And because Latavius Murray, I feel like earned a spot on that offense. He's a beast, man. He's really good, and he's a great change of pace back. I mean, I feel like week in, week out, you can game plan for him, and he's not that great. But when you got to sit there and worry about Alvin Kamara all day long, and then all of a sudden you get this just beast of a dude come up the middle on you, that's a good combo to have, and I feel like that's going to be a run-first offense most of the time. So I really like Latavius Murray rest of the season a lot. And for Dak Prescott, I think you can probably get a little bit more, though. I'd try to get a little bit more out of him.
Okay, so Mike and I agree on part of that, and that's the fact that you should go for more than Latavius Murray for Dak. Latavius Murray is a decent player. Mark Ingram was a better player. Murray will not have the amount of touches. If Kamara is healthy, Kamara is the guy. Kamara is going to get all the work. Latavius Murray was a guy that did really well once he got rolling and he got a bunch of touches in a week. He was a guy that without having a ton of touches, he just wasn't doing a whole lot with him. If he wasn't getting in the end zone prior to Kamara being out, then Latavius Murray was virtually useless. He had 7 yards, 2 yards, 14 yards, 28 yards, 44 yards, 43 yards. So he never got over 50 yards in a single game before Kamara got hurt. And
that's the thing. That's what I'm saying is that Kamara got hurt, and they're not going to want Kamara to get hurt. I mean, these guys are making a Super Bowl run. I mean, they want it all right now, where they have the team to do it. So I feel like they're not going to try to go out there and throw Kamara out there as heavy usage as they were. They can't. They just can't. He'll get hurt again.
Kamara got hurt in practice. He got hurt in a practice on a Wednesday. It was a fluke thing. He didn't get hurt during a game. So maybe Latavius Murray steps up his touches a little bit, but he had these big games, but that was getting 30 touches a game. He had 27 rushes and then 21, and he had receptions in both of those, and he had 100 yards. So he was he was doing okay, but that was with a ton of touches. And he did it against Chicago, which their run defense hasn't really been that great, and then he did it against Arizona. He's a really good backup to have for Kamara, but in terms of trading Dak, a QB1 to a QB needy team, you can go for a guy that's going to be a guy that you can plug and play. I don't feel like Latavius Murray is a guy that you're going to really be able to throw into your lineup with any confidence with Kamara being back.
Yeah, so his other options are he has Chris McCaffrey, so that's obviously no go. And then he has Jalen Samuels, Chris Murray, Royce Freeman. Those are his running backs. And I have James White, so I really don't want Sonny Michel. So my there's another team out there that has Ingram, and I was thinking they stay quarterback. So I was about Dak Prescott, Jamal Williams.
Did you say Dak Prescott and Jamal Williams for Mark Ingram?
Right.
Mike, I think I like that, even though I really like Jamal Williams.
I don't like Jamal Williams either. No, you said you like Jamal Williams. I don't mind Jamal Williams. I just don't think he's going to get the volume. I think Aaron Jones is the guy over there. Kind of like your same argument for Kamara, but in Green Bay. But for sure, no, I like that a whole lot better. A whole lot better. That trade, I'm making that one right now.
Is this PPR, by the way?
Yeah, it's PPR.
Yeah, I mean, Jamal, those 4 weeks in PPR, 24, 13, 19, 17. He's tearing it up. But they also have not had their bye yet, and Mark Ingram's already had his. So I think, if he's willing to do Dak and Jamal for his Mark Ingram, I think that's a good trade.
The one thing I don't like about Mark Ingram is Lamar Jackson. Damn, that guy runs in a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah, and kind of running quarterbacks generally don't throw the ball to their running back a lot. That's kind of what we've seen, and I don't think Mark Ingram has a ton of receptions. He's really a guy that's more beneficial in a standard league because he's not catching a bunch of passes. So I think that's a pretty good deal. I would rather have Mark Ingram than Jamal Williams, but Jamal Williams has been tearing it up in a PPR. So if this guy isn't willing to do that trade, you're really okay with Jamal Williams.
Yeah, it's not like I have to do a trade because I have James White and Jamal Williams to interchange my RB2 because I have Zeke. So I just wanted like a stronger option maybe to put next to Zeke. But yeah.
No, it's the right way to think about it. But you're in a position to where you're in a good position because you have this extra piece in Dak, and there are going to be QB needy teams. So definitely throw him out there. But what I'm saying is, those are two really good PPR running backs. James White and Jamal Williams are both really solid. James White's going to get you about 13 points a week, and Jamal Williams seems to have an even higher kind of floor than what even James White does right now. So that could change with Devontae Adams getting back in the mix. I don't know. We'll see. But see what you can make happen. And if this guy's not willing to do that trade, then just say Dak on the block and see what other offers that you can get for him, and hit us up on Sleeper with any of the offers that you have.
So for sure though, Latavius, that's too much for Dak. Is too much for Latavius Murray, right?
In my opinion, it is.
Yeah. All right, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Gabriel. All right, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. We got DJ has been holding for nearly 20 minutes. Oh my God, hang on. Here we go. DJ, what's up? You're on the Sleeper Wire show. I'll give you some intro music. What's up, DJ? What's your question?
It's all worth it, man. Yo, all right, check it out. I'm 7-2. I'm second in my league right now. I got Deshaun Watson on the bye. So I've been kind of going back and forth. I picked up Tannehill as my fill-in. What do y'all think about that?
He has been fantastic.
I like Tannehill.
Okay.
He's slinging it.
He has been fantastic.
That guy's playing like
I keep reading different articles. Go ahead. I'm sorry, guy.
Oh, I just said that he's playing like he's got something to prove out there. I'm loving me some Tannehill.
All right, because I've been going back and forth between, like, I've been reading articles about Danny Dimes, Garoppolo, and then Carr.
I mean, I would probably play Jimmy Garoppolo over Tannehill.
Really? Okay.
I think that, yeah, because they're playing Seattle this week, right, on Monday night. I think that's, Seattle's going to put up some points on San Francisco. We just saw that Arizona. We're seeing the recipe for these teams to put up points, and running quarterbacks are giving these teams fits. And with Russell Wilson's ability to extend the play and scramble, he's going to be able to get the ball downfield and pick up first downs with his legs to extend the drive. So I think it's going to be a relatively high-scoring game, and Seattle's defense is not very good. So they're not going to be able to just run the ball. I'm not expecting another 4-touchdown game, but I am expecting at least 2 and 275 from Jimmy G as a baseline.
So I'll drop Tannehill and pick up Garoppolo then.
Ask these two. What do you guys like, Tannehill or Garoppolo more? Mike, Steve?
I think I agree with you on Garoppolo. Just barely. I think just barely.
Okay. All right. So moving on.
He's out there trying to prove it, and I like that. That's like the kind of thing I like to get on my fantasy lineup too. But Garoppolo's safer.
Okay. All right. So Terry McLaurin, what with this dude? Did we drop or we keep?
You got to keep him. He is an absolute monster with Case Keenum, and we're waiting on Case Keenum to get back from this concussion. But Terry McLaurin is an absolute monster, and Dwayne Haskins is just crap in the bed. You would have expected there to be a connection there, considering they both were at Ohio State in the 1 year that Dwayne Haskins was there, and he threw 40 touchdowns at Ohio State. Terry McLaurin was the guy. So you would think that connection is there and it's established, and Haskins should be able to, but he's just not picking up the speed as quickly as some of these other rookies have been. But Case Keenum, he picks out a target and goes balls to the wall whenever he has that.
Okay.
So Yeah,
All
you got
right.
to keep
I was
Terry.
going to drop him, man. All right, I was going to drop him because I got Josh Gordon available. I got Hunter Renfro.
Why
He's
are people?
available.
Why are people so hot on Josh Gordon? Can't, DJ, I'm taking you out on this. Tell me why you even consider Josh Gordon right now.
I was at work today and I happened to see him. I was like, man, should I grab him? Like, it shocked me that he was sitting there. I don't know. I just don't know. So no.
Look, Metcalf has established himself. They're a run-first team. Tyler Lockett is the guy. Metcalf is establishing trust. Josh Gordon and Metcalf are kind of going to be going after each other for targets, but we haven't seen Gordon look like his old self. And
if he was any good,
if
he was any good, why would he leave the Patriots?
I mean, there was something there. There was something there that that we don't know. He's either Belichick just said, I've had enough for whatever reason. I'm not going to speculate on what that reason is, but Case Keenum should be back week 11 after the bye. And the Skins have the Jets, Detroit, Carolina, Green Bay, Philadelphia, and the Giants. None of those teams scare me. And if Case Keenum is healthy, I expect Terry McLaurin to be a top 24 wide receiver the rest of the way coming back from their bye.
Cool. I try to make it easy on you guys. All right. So what about A.J. Brown for the Titans? Y'all like him?
Yeah, especially if they get him on the field more.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. But still keep McLaurin over him?
Yes.
Okay. What about Woods and Boyd? Are any of those guys droppable or keep them?
Tyler Boyd. Jesus. So AJ Green's supposed to be back this week. Tyler Boyd was phenomenal last year alongside AJ Green.
Don't get me started on AJ Green.
I want to say, he's real close to being droppable for me, but he is still seeing. I think he's top 5 in targets in the NFL. He's just not doing anything with them. We don't know what kind of rapport he's going to have with the new quarterback. So I think it's still a guy that with AJ Green coming back, you've held him this long, you kind of got to wait and see. But if he's not able to do anything over the next couple of weeks, you just cut him before the playoffs.
Okay, y'all like Parker, Devontae Parker?
Yes, especially with Williams out, right, Mike?
Oh yeah.
We did a podcast like 4 weeks ago where the title was Devontae Parker could win you a championship, and the dude is scoring touchdowns. It was a hot take then, but it looks a lot better right now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. I'm almost done here. Okay, look, I got Latavius Murray. I heard you talking about him. I got him on the bench right now. I don't own Kamara. I got somebody already picked up Kareem Hunt. What should I do with Latavius Murray? Do I keep him or I drop him?
Trade him to the Kamara owner. Say, Kamara could get re-injured real quick, and you don't want me having this 20 points a game just hanging out on my bench. So,
bro, I don't think he's a good fantasy player. I already tried. He said, "What do I look like having 2 running backs in the Saints?" I don't know what's wrong with him, so I gave up.
Okay, so yeah, some people just can't be helped. Unless you have a better player to pick up there, Latavius Murray is not droppable because we've already seen what he will do for your team if Kamara were to get injured. So we already know they're willing to give him 30 touches a game if Kamara's not there. So unless someone's willing to trade for him, he's a guy that you got to just hold on.
Yep, unfortunately, he's the handcuff of handcuffs almost.
Okay. All right, DST question, and I'll let you guys go. All right. So I got right now I picked up the Giants, okay, for my DST this week. But what I got is I got Browns, I got the Saints. Those are kind of the ones that I believe right now. So Browns, Saints, and then I already have the Giants roster.
The Saints one, that could go either way. This could either be a shootout or the Saints could just absolutely come out and stomp all over them. So, Mike, what do you think here? Is this contingent at all on
this week? I kind of feel confident with the Giants. It's weird. Like they're not a bad defense, honestly. So,
all right. So in the other league, I got the Browns. Should I drop the Browns and then because I got the Patriots on the bye and they're on my bench? So should I just go pick up the Giants over the Browns? There's Jets,
I would play.
Packers.
I think I would try the Jets. I personally like the Jets a little bit more. Danny Jones, man, he's turning the ball over a lot. He's just not real careful with it. So if they get smart and bring the blitz often, Daniel Jones has a propensity to make mistakes, which I think the Jets, after watching what the Cowboys just did, will kind of follow a similar defensive game plan. So you could, rather than putting all your eggs in one basket, you could try the Giants in one league and then try the Jets in the other, because I don't have a for sure feeling over one or the other, but I personally am leaning the Jets where I have the option.
All right, so Jets and Giants. I'm 8-1 in one league, 7-2 in the other. I already clinched in the first league playoff. So should I just go ahead and go Jets in that one, and then go Giants in the 7-2 league, or because I got to clinch? I got one more win, and I'm in the playoffs.
You're really good.
Yeah, I think exactly what you just said is what I would do.
Okay, so go Giants in the 8-1 league, and then Jets in the 7-2.
Yep.
Yep, okay. I would too. Yeah, I like it.
All right. Well, I'll leave y'all alone, man. I have one more question, but I know y'all got other people.
Oh, it's just Curtis. It's no big deal.
Oh, it's not. All right. So I'll ask this one last question. All right. So I'm like, dude, I do a lot of research on like kickers, bro. Like hard research.
Love
so
it.
My hair, I'm winning on that last week. I got my hair in my 7-2 league right now, but the articles I've been reading, man, like I'm really thinking about picking up Zane Gonzalez right now over Maher, even though Maher had like 14 points last week. But that Tampa Bay game is like the highest scoring in the league. It's kind of like 52 points, something like that. So it's saying like going to pick up Gonzalez in that league, and then in my other league, I picked up Gay in the same game.
I like Maher for the Cowboys. They play in a dome. It's a relatively high-powered offense with a good defense. They've already had their bye. With that, I think that's a guy that you're just gonna roll with.
Okay, so I think he's the number one fantasy kicker in the league. He's scoring the most points. So, all right, so Maher in that league. What about for the other league then? Because I got right now, and my options are Badgley, and Gonzalez. Those are really the ones that I'm focused on. I'm not really focused on anybody else. I think those are like the two best that I can pick, and nobody's picking them up.
I think Badgley.
Badgley over Gonzalez?
Yeah, Badgley's making everything.
All right, I just want to make sure, because I've had bad luck with Thursday night games, man. I kind of like wrote off Thursday night games.
Well, look, if that's the experience that you've had, then don't go with it. But if I'm more talking season long here.
Okay, but for this week, because I'll just stream. Like I stream. So if you're streaming, which one are you going with?
Yeah, I'm probably going to go with Gonzalez then, with the highest over under for the week, just because that's kind of implied that he'll have more opportunity.
All right, cool. All right, that's it. I appreciate it, fellas.
All right, DJ.
Good luck, man.
Thank you for calling in, man. Always welcome to be on the show. All right, I already kind of gave everybody a little foreshadowing. It's time for some Curtis. We haven't had any Curtis last week, so I'm going to give him a little special action here.
I think I got my swagger back.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Swaggy C on the line. What's up, Swaggy C? How you doing?
What's up, guys? Man, what's up, guys? Sorry about last week, man. I was on a date and not letting me use my phone.
That's okay. That's good to know. I thought you might have been boycotting because I missed last week.
No. I mean, I did catch I did listen to I listened to the podcast like the after show. So you got uploaded it, see what you guys talking about, but I was upset that I missed it.
I know that's the second one of the year that you've missed. What is this? This is an off year.
No, I mean I missed one in the beginning of the year, and one last week, which was unfortunate.
I know you never miss. So
I know.
We were gonna have to put out a missing person the first of the year when you missed.
Yeah, that one I literally overslept and I forgot it. I forgot it was Wednesday. I'm like, oh shit, it's already too late.
So what you got for us, Curtis?
All right, guys. Okay, I won on Sunday, even though I had, cause I mean, the guys had told me to drop. God had told me to drop. I had Noah Fant, and I dropped him to go pick up Jonnu Smith. And Noah Fant with ape shit on waiver wire, and Jonnu Smith put up a dud. I literally won by 0.5. If I would have lost, I would have been sick if I would have lost that game. But it's all good. It's all good. I got the win, so it didn't matter. All right, this game right here is a bigger point game because we are kind of like tied up. Right now I'm in third place. This win can put me in second place, and I would love to get that first. I want that first round bye, and I'm going against the highest. I'm the second highest scorer, and he's the first highest scorer. So he got a dominant team. I got a dominant team. So let me tell you my lineup, and you tell me do I need to move things around. Right now, I have Kyler Murray starting as my quarterback because he's going to Tampa Bay, which is a juicy matchup. I got Le'Veon Bell as my running back. My running back one. My running back two is Alvin Kamara. I got Tyreek Hill, Chris Godwin, and John Brown. In. I got Austin Hooper as my tight end. David Montgomery in my flex with Will Lutz as my kicker and the Ravens defense. Only things that I can move around if you guys don't like what I have is John Brown for DJ Moore. Because DJ Moore played against Green Bay, John Brown played against Cincinnati.
I like what you have.
You like what I have? Okay.
Yep. Mike, would you change it? That's a no. That's that cold shoulder right there that Mike just gave you. That is a hard no. Leave it alone.
Accidentally, Mike. No, that is a no. That's an agreement. Yeah.
Yeah. And all right, another quick question. All right. Okay. Last 2 weeks I've been told not because the last 2 weeks I've been told not to start David Montgomery. He's blew up. Last week it was kind of fluky because them two touchdowns was like kind of iffy. But he still got a touchdown no matter what because I guess they use him as a goal line back, and Matt Nagy, I guess he did realize that he has a great back and he's gonna start using him because Mitch the bitch is just complete awful. They need to like just take the ball out of his hand at all times. So I've been telling I kind of got a hot take. I don't know if you guys agree with it. I personally feel that moving forward, Dave Montgomery can be a top 12 back. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been telling this guy.
That's hot.
I got eaten alive. I got eaten alive because I told people to draft David Montgomery, and I liked him, and I thought he was going to be a monster. And the Bears have been awful, and Maggie has been terrible. But the last couple of weeks, David Montgomery is finally doing what we thought he was going to do. He's getting the touches. He's looking pretty good with them. So as long as Nagy can get Trubisky settled down and they can start rolling a little bit on offense, David Montgomery is going to have a good season. A good rest of the season. He has Detroit twice. They're garbage against the run. He has the Giants. Cowboys could be a tough game. Green Bay can't stop the run. And the Rams are a shell of their former selves. So I think Montgomery is poised for a pretty good second half of the season run. Mike?
Damn, Mike just keeps shutting off. I agree completely. No, it's I like David Montgomery a lot, and they're actually starting to use him where they can use him, and he's getting a lot of the passes. Dude, he's really good. I mean, Tariq Cohen comes in and grabs, like his catches or whatever, but he's just not as involved as he was, like, say, when Jordan Howard was there. So I really do. I mean, like, rest of the season, I feel like David Montgomery has a huge outlook. I feel like his usage has gone up 100%. I love it. Give me more of him. I've been trading for him where I can.
Yeah, because I mean, I was able to pick him up in like three leagues. Cause I found him on waivers in 3 of my leagues, so I picked up in all 3 leagues. I guess, guys. It's my thing is, as soon as Matt Nagy said gonna give him the ball more, I said, you know what, I'm gonna take this chance because he does have that ceiling. Just like Lucas saying, because at the beginning of the year he was. I'm not gonna lie, Lucas. When I heard at the beginning of the year, he said pick up Montgomery. I was trying to trade for him when people wouldn't trade him to me, but then he started playing like crap. So I said I don't want him. When I'm on the waiver wire, I'm like, okay, that's fantasy gold on the waiver wire. Let me go and pick him up.
That's right. No, I can't believe people were dropping him, but I guess it does happen.
All right. No, quick question. So I know everybody been asking me questions about Le'Veon Bell. What do you guys? What is your post on that? You guys feel that he's okay? I mean, because I'm a bit nervous because I just traded for him 2 weeks ago, and it was because it's schedule. But Sam Darnold keeps seeing goals. Adam Gase is the worst head coach of all time. I mean, it is a tough situation right now.
I am slightly nervous, but here are some of the games they have coming up. The Giants, the Redskins, the Bengals, the Dolphins. I really want Le'Veon Bell in those games. I think that the Jets are good enough to beat those teams, or at least be competitive in those games. The toughest game that he has is going to be Oakland. Oakland has a really good run defense, so that could be a rough week. At Baltimore could be a fairly tough week also. But we'll know a little bit more with the knee coming up. What they're saying is they expect Bell to play. That's better news than what I had thought going into today. That news came out, so maybe he's limited in this game a little bit. I think you can still use him based on the information we have right now. We'll see what happens the rest of the week. But I think people are overreacting, and I think it's probably a pretty good time to buy low on Le'Veon Bell. He just had a 20-point game against Miami.
All right, guys, last question right quick. All right, I have Jordan Howard, so and I love his playoff schedule, and I was wondering, after this week, I'm gonna like make some few changes. Do you guys think it's good? I mean, obviously you can't play them the next 2 weeks. The next 3 weeks I wouldn't play the Eagles defense, but the Eagles week 13 through 16 they have like literally the best playoffs. They have one of the best playoff schedules for all around offense, defense, and everything. Do you guys feel that it's a good idea to go and snatch them up early?
Jordan Howard?
No, I have Jordan Howard. I'm saying the Eagles defense is on waivers as well. I was saying next week.
Yes.
Do you guys feel?
Yeah, Yep. I think they're a pretty good defense to have for that stretch.
All right. Well, that's pretty much it then, guys. You guys been more than helpful. I'm sorry I missed last week. It won't happen again.
It's all good, Curtis.
Just don't schedule your dates for Wednesday night, Curtis. Come on.
It was a minute. She kind of popped up on me talking about she want to go out for some drinks. So I was like, shit, I don't want to go nowhere.
I heard that middle of the week. I don't want to do nothing.
Just call up.
Exactly.
Hey, I think we told you this before. Come on, man. We're ladies' man here.
I mean, I got you, man. I mean, but I said on Wednesdays. I tell on Wednesday from 8 o'clock down. I'm unavailable.
All right, as long as you let him know.
All right, guys, man. It was very good hearing from you guys, man.
Same here,
You
Curtis.
too, man.
You have a good weekend. Good luck this week.
All right, same to you guys. Thank you, appreciate that.
I didn't want to call him out on the air, but he used that same damn excuse last time he missed the show, and I don't know. I hope he's successful on his dates. I really do. I hope it's a different girl, because I hope it's a different girl than last year. I hope he's still not trying to get with that one girl. Sorry, Curtis. I know you're doing all right.
And I hope I have no friends.
I have no friends. All right, let's do some mixer questions. Well, we got it going. If you want to call in, 256-567 5337 256 Sleep is the number. All right, this came in earlier. Thomas Hentz Sr. was offered Le'Veon Bell and Golden Tate for Hunter Henry and James White. His team is Russell Wilson, Amari Cooper, Devontae Adams, Odell, Dalvin Cook, Zeke, and Kelsey. Bench is Miles Sanders, DJ Chark, Herndon, and Madison. So I guess include Henry and White in there.
This is a yes.
Really? I said I would keep him, but I didn't know his team.
He's trading away Henry, right?
He's trading away Hunter Henry. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Hunter Henry and James White going out. Le'Veon Bell and Golden Tate coming in.
Yeah. So my reasoning for this is because with Evan Ingram going to be out quite a bit, I think Golden Tate will eat a lot of those over the middle targets that Evan Ingram is going to be missing. So I think we see an uptick from Golden Tate, and we'll see what's happening with Sterling Shepard. I mean, if he gets hit, he could very easily end up being out all season. And then Le'Veon Bell has a really good schedule. We were just talking about that, and so if you can capitalize on an overreaction to what's going on with Le'Veon Bell right now. The MRI showed no structural damage. So whatever's there is going to be pain management, whatever he's dealing with. So, I mean, James White is solid for 13 points a game, but Le'Veon Bell's a guy that can, if he's healthy, he could be a league winner going down the stretch. And he's not going to miss Hunter Henry. He has Kelsey, and then we assume that Herndon's going to come back from this hamstring thing sooner rather than later. So if he needs the backup tight end.
All right. I just don't know when you're going to start Tate with Cooper, Adams, Odell. Like, when are you ever going to start Tate?
Well, when's he starting? When's he starting Henry or?
That's
James White,
guess,
right? He might actually start. He might actually start Le'Veon Bell.
Maybe a second
against
flex.
Miami or Washington or something like that.
So he's got Cook and Zeke and Bell. That's okay. Now that I see the whole team, okay, I'm fine with that. Let's see. We had another one a bit back here. Brony Bones. I traded Chark, Derrick Henry, and Godwin for Saquon. My team is now Dalvin Cook, Carson, Saquon at running back, Adams, and Tyreek Hill at wide receiver. Was this a good move?
Hey,
that was amazing.
Just start letting your league know what name they should put on the trophy.
Yep. I said it was a good consolidation. I was asking him also what he had as backups just in case anything happened, but he don't think he wrote back yet. Minimal impact. Would you trade away Josh Gordon for Kareem Hunt? I have Chubb, I have Jacobs, Ingram, Latavius, and Samuels standard.
I would.
I would too. I told him immediately. And then I said, I have zero faith in Josh Gordon being a safe, confident start, and it's probably the best time to sell the sizzle.
That's right.
Before he hits the field and shows you that he is third fiddle, possibly fourth fiddle.
That's right.
In there. Oh, shit. Excuse my language. I just unplugged the Skype. You guys still there?
Hey, we're here.
Okay, sorry about that. Ricardo Banks, how high can I sell Ekeler?
I mean, pretty high. He's been doing it, I know that Melvin had a decent week last week, but Ekeler still has a lot of value, so you get to sell him as a mid-range RB2, whatever you can get for that.
I like it. Jesus Merked. Jimmy G at home versus Seattle or Matt Ryan on the road versus the Saints?
Give me Jimmy G.
Jimmy G for me, too.
We don't even know for sure if Matt Ryan's playing.
All right. Minimal impact. Waivers tonight. And Marquise Brown got dropped last week. Do I drop Mike Williams, Robbie Anderson, Josh Gordon, or Herndon for him? I have Waller also.
Josh Gordon or Herndon.
Yeah.
Actually, Herndon, I do kind of have a little bit of inkling that Josh Gordon could get involved over there. Like, not where I'm like going out and going crazy for the guy, but if I have him already, I'm stashing him. I'm kind of having some, like, a little bit of expectations there. He's a big dude, and they need a big dude.
He is, but Russ doesn't throw the ball a ton. They're a run-first team. Lockett is going to get his. Hollister seems to be a pretty decent replacement for Disley, and Metcalf is.
Hollister go to? Do you guys know?
No, I don't.
University of Wyoming, baby. I'm telling you, dude. Hollister's badass. I love seeing him out on the field.
So why are you so high on Josh Gordon then? Where are these targets going to come from?
And he's such a big target, and I feel like Russell.
But so is Metcalf.
Targets.
Yeah, but so is Metcalf.
I feel like Metcalf takes a hit here. I do. Like I want to be wrong because I love DK Metcalf, but I feel like Josh Gordon gets in there and he gets touchdowns. I hate it, but that's what I see.
Here's what I'm looking at, though. This guy's talking about Marquise Brown. He's going to add Marquise Brown. So isn't Mark? I mean, if you take away the name, doesn't Marquise Brown and Josh Gordon sound like almost similar situations? Run first team, quarterback doesn't throw the ball a ton. Boomer bust.
Except for Marquise.
Week to week.
Except for Marquise would be the number one on the team.
Yeah, but still, he's not getting number one numbers week to week.
It's because he's been dealing with a foot injury.
Okay, I'm taking it as an excuse. I'm just saying, like, you're not. What are you getting? Okay, so when he comes back, you can't guarantee me he's going to be suddenly a number one numbers kind of guy. I think he got one boom explosive huge week, didn't he? How great was he for real?
I watched Marquise Brown all through college, so I know what he is, and nobody can stay with him.
I watched him this season, and he had done a whole hell of a lot past couple of weeks.
He has more upside to me than Josh Gordon. And
that's
what you're looking for.
That's what I'm looking
for the fifth or sixth wide receiver on your team.
Yes.
Is upside.
Okay, so Josh Gordon, you dump him. I was just trying to get around to the reason. That's all. Just digging. How much fab? He has $53 left for this transaction. 5?
8 maybe. Max.
Yeah. We can go more than 10.
I was going to say 7.5. But 8 will work.
I'll give you 750.
8 will work. Brony Bones. Oh, okay. So this guy was the question about the trade. Oh, and we liked the trade. And I tuned out, but I was listening. My backups are DJ Moore, Robert Woods, Devontae Parker, Madison, and Singletary. No, you're good. Yeah. You're good. Those are good backups.
Singletary and Devontae Parker right there. You got your running back and your wide receiver that you need for backups.
You're good. Ricardo Banks, PPR, what wide receiver range can I target for Ekeler? That's a good question.
High-end wide receiver 2 to a low-end wide receiver 1. Just because running backs are more valuable right now. People are hurting more.
I agree.
So could you get Josh Gordon?
Yeah, but that's let me just pull up some names here that I think that you could get for Ekeler.
Could you get
or that you should
Diggs, maybe.
Diggs. Oof, no.
You're not get I don't know that you
DJ Moore, Diggs. Curtis Samuel, one of those guys.
I would try to go after Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen, God, he stinks.
He does suck.
Keenan Allen is a monster, so you guys take that back.
I'll take it back when he puts up a monster game again. There's a good one.
Which I just saw something today. Phillip Rivers. Let me make sure that this is right. I think Phillip Rivers has the most. Yeah, Phillip Rivers has the most passing yards on the year.
It's ridiculous,
how
right?
How does his number one wide receiver
you don't know
not have a better stat line?
They're all going to Ekeler and Henry.
Oh, seriously. Yeah, Phillip Rivers, 2,600. He's the only. There's only 3 people with over 2,500. Do you know who they are?
Oh, it's got to be Stafford in there. He's slinging it. No,
he's 24.99.
Oh, okay, close enough.
Close.
Yeah. Who else is Goff? Goff was slinging it. Brady
and Wilson.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yep. And then Rodgers is 5th.
Rodgers is 5th. Okay, I knew that big game had to throw him at least close.
Yep. But so wide receiver, yeah. See if you can get like Golladay or Keenan Allen or Cortland Sutton. Try for Diggs. That's kind of the.
I think Diggs with Thielen out does kind of hurt the value, not hurt the value, but hurts the opportunity to get the trade for sure.
Yeah, but you can just say that Thielen will be back at some point.
Do you know that, Lucas?
I mean, yeah, mostly it's a hamstring thing. So maybe that means I don't know that. I think Thielen will be back in a couple weeks. They shouldn't have brought him back early as they did. That was silly to try to rush him back in 2 weeks? Did he only miss like 1 week, right? Maybe 2.
Yep.
With a hamstring thing, like, gosh, give that guy 3 weeks. Don't try to force him back, and now he re-injured it. Come on, man.
Okay. Ready to jump into the mail sack? Let's get started with this. Do you want me to read them? Does that work for you guys?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Until I get a phone call at 256-56-SLEEP, 256-567-5337, I'm going to read some questions over some disco music. Here we go. Brett Martin 16. We're going to get to your question later. That's down the list. Sorry. Scroll up. God bless Kamara. Austin Ekeler on Thursday or Latavius Murray with the possibility of Kamara still being out. Half point.
Ekeler. You're not going to gamble on Kamara being out.
I'm going to gamble. I don't even care if Kamara's back. Hey, I think if he comes back, he'll be on a limited snap count. I feel like Latavius Murray still gets his. Give me Latavius here.
Interesting.
That's what I say to Lucas.
Well, that's not helpful. I need an answer. I need a clear-cut answer.
Got to split the time.
yeah, I said Ekeler.
No, because I already put my question. I have a question. Ekeler or Ingram standard this week as a flex. So I'm already questioning Ekeler this week.
I would go Ingram there.
Okay.
But I'm not
Ingram.
But yeah, that's if you were to ask me Ingram and Latavius Murray, I would give Mike the same if he said Latavius Murray. It's Ingram.
And I will still stand by my Latavius Murray call.
Here's how this goes. Ingram, Ekeler, Latavius Murray.
Okay. I'll buy that.
I agree with Ingram. Ingram, Latavius Murray.
so both of them fall below that line. Okay, got it.
All right. DJ, they're making fart noises on the show. What's up? Welcome back to the program. I got to get what was I doing when people called in the second time? I had like a cool thing. Oh, I think it was this.
This could be the big salami. Yes, it is.
What's up, DJ?
Hey, I just want to make sure I get this right. So, in my 8-1 league and my 7-2 league, in my 8-1 league, I already have the Browns as my DST. Okay, y'all said, I think collectively, that you would do Jets and Giants, one in one league and then one in the other, right?
Yes.
In my 8-1 league, should that be the Giants or the Jets in the 8-1 league where I've already clinched the first round bye and everything?
My gut is leaning Jets, so I would use the Jets in the league that you need. So 7-2 for Jets, 8-1 for Giants.
8-1 for Giants, 7-2 in the Jets.
Yep.
Okay. What about Matt Ryan, man? Like I dropped Josh Allen and put I put Matt Ryan up there. I mean, should I go back and get Josh Allen and drop Matt Ryan?
Yeah. Josh Allen has such a cake schedule. Man. Like, hold on. Let me pull this up for you real quick. Cleveland, Miami, Denver. Like, there's Dallas. Okay, Dallas is decent, but Pittsburgh, I mean, they're kind of whatever. Baltimore's been whatever. Like, give me Josh Allen. He has such a high.
So drop Matt Ryan. Put him on the waiver.
I mean, unless you have do you have only one quarterback right now?
I can't drop anybody. I got CMC, Chubb, Godwin, DJ Moore, John Brown, Hunter Henry, David Montgomery. I got Waller. You said Keith McLaurin. I got James White, Hopkins, Murray, and I got Geis in my IR.
Yeah, see, I would just roll with Josh Allen if it were me.
All right, cool. So I'll just drop Matt Ryan and pick up Allen. Then. All right, man.
Yeah, the foul. They don't have anything to play for. They don't have anything to play for. So if he rolls his ankle, I just did some air quotes there. If he rolls his ankle again, or like they're not, they have nothing. They have nothing to live for this season. They're done. Their mojo's gone. They're not, they're not happy campers.
I was thinking about that. I was like, man, maybe I should have kept Josh Allen.
Well, Josh, they're winning, and they need to keep winning because they have the Patriots in the league, so they're probably not going to pass the Patriots, but they're trying to catch up. So they need that wild card spot. So the Buffalo Bills are going to be trying season long, every single game, giving it everything that they have. They have something to play for.
Okay, so if I lose out on Josh Allen for whatever reason tomorrow morning, am I picking up Tannehill, Danny Dimes, Carr over Matt Ryan?
No.
Okay.
You keep Matt Ryan over those guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I lose out, okay. And y'all for sure saying drop Tannehill in my 7-2 league and pick up Jimmy G while Watson's on the bye.
I would.
All right.
Yeah, I would too.
Bro.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, fellas. I appreciate it. You have a good night.
Good luck, man.
Okay. Thank you for calling in again. We love it. Ricardo Banks, is Crowder too low to target with the Ekeler trade in a PPR league?
I think so.
Yes. Yeah, you can get more than that. Whoa.
Because they're going to have Herndon back, and Demaryius Thomas has been eating into that workload also.
And also, Sam Darnold kind of stinks.
Yeah, I'm giving him a little bit of leeway, though, because we've seen what he looks like when he's good. I mean, he did have mono and was out, blah, blah, blah. So
You're
I'm
very
thinking,
forgiving. You're very, very forgiving
for
this
certain
week.
players. Certain players I'm not, though.
You're the show me the money guy, and you're just like
he has, though. Sam Darnold has shown us
not the
that
past
he can
couple weeks.
I know.
Everyone was talking schedule. What the heck happened in Miami? That was supposed to be an easy game. That was supposed to be big points for Sam Darnold. What happened there?
You know what? I can't make excuses for him.
He didn't look good. He did not look good.
No, he didn't.
I think the whole trade deadline with Jamal Adams and then Bell was talking about Steelers are trying to get me back, and Robbie Anderson was on the block. I think it did something to that team. It made them weird.
I think the Patriots did something to that.
Well,
team.
that too. The Jets are just kind of a mess, but okay. So you can get more than Crowder, we think, definitely. Boney Brones, Rodgers or Wilson this week?
I'm never sitting Russell Wilson.
I'm never sitting Aaron Rodgers.
That's what I was gonna say.
I mean, that's like a coin flip. What do you think, Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, Big
Panthers.
Russ is the number 1 QB on the season, and Rodgers number 5 against Carolina. I mean, we just saw a running quarterback have a good game against San Francisco. Kyler Murray had a fairly decent game. And let me see something here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so I have a feeling that Green Bay is going to run the ball a lot. Carolina's run defense is kind of garbage. So I expect a big day from Aaron Jones. And I'm trying to picture the game script. I'm trying to picture how I see this game playing out in my mind. And I expect Green Bay to get up early and then run the ball. Yep. But if you two both have, I don't think you can go wrong. I don't think you can go wrong with Rodgers and Russell Wilson. It's the number 1 and the number 5 quarterback on the year.
Lucas is seeing the future right now. He's focusing on the game script. He's seeing the outcome of the game, guys.
You got to picture it.
The truth is out there.
That's how I do this.
The truth is out there, and Lucas knows it. So what out of all this,
these two are Rodgers. So
you like Russ?
I think the consensus is Rodgers.
All right. I could go either one, honestly. If you got them both, I mean that's a pretty nice position. But yeah, I guess if you need the edge, Russell Wilson, I suppose. Minimal impact. I have Dak and Darnold. Matt Ryan is out there. Wanted to drop Darnold for him. I'm good with that. Fab? Question mark. Yes, it would cost you some fab. I wouldn't go. Yeah, I wouldn't go over like 6 or 7 at the most.
Yeah.
Oh.
For a quarterback, I go 15.
No, sit down, Mike.
That's the most I go.
Don't wait. He doesn't need him. He has Dak. This is a backup. So this is like throw a couple bucks at him, and if you get him, you get him.
Oswaldo, I found out that I have no way to call back on this system. So if you'd kindly ring us up at 256-567-5337, I will put you right through. Thank you, Oswaldo. Please call back. Oswaldo called in earlier, and the queue was really long, and I told him that I'd call him back, and then I realized I couldn't. Fuchs 2609, flex position, 1 point PPR. Who we got? Allen Robinson or Tyrell Williams?
Give me Tyrell.
Tyrell for me, too.
Okay. Oswaldo's on the line. Oswaldo, thank you for calling back. You're welcome to the Sleeper Wire Mailsack. Fire.
What's up, fellas? How's it going?
What's up, Oswaldo? How we doing, bud?
Not so good, man. I took a loss last week, kind of bummer, because I could have won, but these running backs kind of like threw me off. So I ended up playing Gordon, Bell, and Coleman, and Coleman had that bad Thursday night game.
Yeah.
So if I would have played Henry or Montgomery, I would have been good. I would have took the win. But this week, I want to make sure, I get the most out of my running backs. So I have Gordon, Montgomery, Le'Veon, Coleman, and Derrick Henry, and LaShawn McCoy as my running backs. But I want to pick the right ones this week.
Okay. So,
by the way, I'm going up against the owner of Dalvin Cook and Marlon Mack.
So again, you have Melvin Gordon, Bell, Montgomery, Henry, and Coleman.
Coleman and McCoy.
Yeah, so McCoy's a no right now. He's in trouble with that team, so he's not going to be seeing a lot of work. Give me a second here. Let me check my rankings. So I think I'm going to pass on Melvin this week. Oakland's run defense is pretty decent. It's Thursday night game. Kind of a blah for me.
I was thinking maybe Bell, Montgomery, and Henry.
Yeah, I think that's the way that I would go.
Dude.
I really like Montgomery's matchup. Henry has a pretty decent matchup against the Chiefs. And assuming Bell, kind of monitor the Bell situation. If he practices in full pretty much all week and he looks like he's good to go with Bell. And then from there, you can pivot to Coleman if you need to.
Okay. But wouldn't Gordon be the better matchup, or they're both by the same, like one ranked?
Yeah, I mean it's not a great. Like I said, Melvin Gordon's matchup is not great against Oakland.
Then again, he has Ekeler stealing touches, and then Coleman has Breida stealing touches. Kind of sucks.
Yeah, but the thing about the reason I say pivot to Coleman is that the Melvin game's Thursday night, so by the time that you would know on how Bell is looking, that game will already have happened. We really want to see what goes on Friday.
For sure, yeah. All right. Sounds good. And what do you think about Adams and OBJ? Should I switch OBJ for Hilton and replace this week? He has that better matchup.
So Hilton's probably not playing this week with this calf strain. I think it's pretty unlikely that we'll see him this week. But if he does happen to play, actually, I just think even if he does play, because he has been dealing with this calf injury kind of for a good part of the season, and he keeps re-injuring it in games when he plays. So the last thing you want is him to go out there and play, get halfway through the second quarter, and then sit on the bench. I'd rather have 4 quarters of one of these other guys until I see Hilton actually get out there and practice a full week or play in a game.
All right. Sounds good. And that's pretty much it, man. I mean, Drew Brees is a no-brainer, right? I got to play him over Josh Allen.
We like both of them, but Drew Brees would be our play.
Okay.
For sure.
All right.
And that's Josh Allen, but Drew Brees.
All righty. Sounds good, then. I appreciate it, guys.
All right, Oswaldo. Yep. Always good to hear from you, buddy.
You too. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for listening.
Good luck.
All right. I like
you too.
That. All right. Check it out. Whoa, where's my volume? Well, there it is. So we got Ricardo Banks. Well, this is a developing trade here. A developing trade. So he's got a proposition. Trade Adams and Ekeler for Kupp and Fournette. Remember, this is a PPR league. Why am I asking this like you're on Jeopardy?
Yes. 100% do this.
Please answer 100%. In the form of a question.
Yeah. I did.
Did you? I didn't hear you. Did you say, what is yes?
I said, who is yes?
Okay. So that's 2 yeses, Ricardo. Get rid of Adams and Ekeler. Get Kupp and Fournette, PPR. I'm okay with that. So on topic, what do you guys think of what do you guys think is going to happen, if anything, to the Jaguars when Nick Foles comes back?
I think he takes the job back.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you think that the game changes much? You think they push downfield more? Anybody you like more?
Maybe a little bit more. But I think that the distribution kind of stays the same. I think that Chark is probably the guy. I had thought that Chark would get jumped by Conley with Minshew, but it didn't happen. And then
Keelan Cole making a little noise. I know you guys like him.
Yeah, I just think Foles is going to have a lot of like above average options.
Yeah.
And we'll have a pretty, if you're QB needy, I think Foles is a good target to go pick up.
All right. Back to the mail sack. I think I played this one already. I want to play that again. Didn't do this one yet. All right. Jolly Cronin, 21. Trade away Kamara for Connor and Cooper. I like their playoff schedules. I already have, and I've already locked. Oh, you mean clinched. He's already clinched. So sending Kamara out for Connor and Cooper, I say no. I say no, senor.
I say no. I say hell no.
Mike?
And that's the trifecta. No,
senor! No, senor! No, senor!
Sorry.
No, senor! No, senor!
Very empathetic. No, senor. Big Blue 212, full point, PPR. If both play, Josh Gordon or AJ Green? Good question. I'm not crazy about either, to be honest. But I guess it would be Green, I guess.
Yeah, if AJ Green is playing and you have to pick between these two, yeah, it's AJ. The number 1 on the team versus the number 4 receiving option?
Possibly,
question mark?
Yeah. Mike?
Yeah, same here. AJ Green.
All right. R. Summers, Jamal Williams, or Gus Edwards, half point?
Jamal, baby. He's a solid RB2.
Yeah, he's getting involved. Gus Edwards doesn't have a guaranteed workload. Jamal Williams seems to have at least some guaranteed work every week. Mike's eating dinner, I think.
It's all good. No. He agrees. Mike agrees. I can tell.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Mike's got his mouth full. He's eating something.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Josh Allen's nuts, maybe. I don't know. He's got the special order from the University of Wyoming. Josh Allen's holiday nuts. They're like peanuts. But they got a picture of Josh Allen on them. The Rock says, trade away Damian Williams and Gallup to get Juju and Metcalf in PPR.
Trade away Damian Williams and Metcalf.
And Gallup to get Juju and Metcalf.
Oh.
No, I don't do this trade. No way.
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing it either.
Okay, so he follows up. If not, is Williams startable with confidence, or would you keep trying to deal him away?
I think he's startable right now.
In a PPR for sure.
I mean, look, Patrick Mahomes practicing full. He should be back. LaShawn McCoy's in the doghouse. I'm seeing him dropped everywhere. Damian Williams just came off a pretty hot game. Granted, he had one really big run, but, you know, Andy Reid said that he wanted him at the beginning of the season. That was his guy. That was who he was wanting to give the workload to. So until he loses it, I think it's his job.
All right. We already answered my question. All Matron 24, when loaded at wide receiver in standard scoring, plus yardage bonus, should I trade away DeAndre Hopkins? I will have Tyreek, Lockett, Godwin, Tyrell, and Gallup. I had to give up Sony as well, leaving me with Jamal Williams, and I traded for Dalvin. Was it a good choice based on system scoring and remaining schedule? Oh,
yeah.
So
he traded Sony and Hopkins for Dalvin.
For Dalvin, yes, correct.
Yeah, based on his team, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, in standard, I like that definitely. Yeah, because you want a top running back in standard. That's the only way you're going to win those leagues. Wide receivers are really hard to trust, and you got to get a good one. And you got enough that you can rotate. That's pretty good. Let's see. R Melody 695 sent me a picture. Double up on Kamara and Murray this week. So here's the lineup, guys. Stafford quarterback. Running backs are Kamara, Montgomery. In the flex, he's got Latavius and Ronald Jones. So let's see. He didn't really give me much of a bench, but are you good with playing both this week?
If you don't have a better option.
Yeah, he didn't show me any bench, so it's hard for me to say. I can see.
I'm okay in theory with playing both of them. Of course, you could have someone that I like more, but I don't dislike you playing both this particular week.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather be on the Latavius side of things than the Kamara side.
What do I do with OBJ? I got Kirk and Crowder on the bench, half point. So right now, starting wide receiver, same guy. He's got OBJ and Amari Cooper. And he also has Kirk and Crowder on the bench. So I suppose he could rotate one of those guys into a flex spot. He's got two flex spots. So he's got Murray and Ronald Jones in the flex right now. Do you like Kirk or Crowder over either one of them?
I
like Kirk this week over...
Probably Kirk for me.
I think I'd play Kirk over Murray, to be honest.
That's what I would do.
But I like Crowder this week, too.
Yeah. So would you go the two wide receivers for flex?
Is it PPR?
Mm-hmm.
Did he say?
Yeah, PPR. Oh, half point. If it was full point.
Then a half point, I think I'm going Kirk and not Crowder.
Over Murray?
Yes.
Or over? And then you're keeping Ronald Jones in?
I'm playing over Ronald Jones too.
Really? Okay.
Ronald Jones is playing
Arizona
at home against Arizona.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with both of those wide receivers.
Either one. Okay. All right. We got a call. I don't know who it is. Let's find out. Good evening, Cole. You're on the Sleepwire Mailsack. What's your name?
My name's Alex.
Hey, Alex.
From California.
Yeah, you've called in before. How you doing? Nice to hear from you. What's up? What do you got for us?
Usually Sunday morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I remember you. What's up?
Yeah. So I got just a quick couple questions. One is for the quarterback position this week. Kind of stuck between Phillip Rivers and I got Josh Allen.
I like Josh Allen personally.
You know my answer. Of course, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm kind of stuck this week because I'm not very deep at wide receiver, but I just got offered a trade for Travis Kelce, and they want to give me Melvin Gordon, which I do have. I already have Darren Waller, and I have Josh Jacobs, and I got James Conner, as long as also Damian Williams. So I'm not sure if I should take that or if I should try to shop Kelce with something else and try to make my wide receiver core a little bit stronger.
I think I want more. There.
Yeah, Pat Mahomes is getting ready to be back. He's practicing in full again this week. So, Kelce goes back to being Zeus again. He gets his Thunderbolt back.
Okay. I'm probably just safer probably even playing Kelce and Waller. Basically, Kelce has, maybe a wide receiver too almost.
Yeah, he pretty much is. So, if you wanted to try to, who else does this guy have? Does he have a better running back than Melvin?
That's a good question. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look really quick.
No, it's okay. I mean, if he has a better running back than Melvin Gordon, I would trade Kelce, and if he gets a little nervous at that, maybe you try to sweeten it by throwing in Damian Williams with him. Give him a package deal.
Oh yeah, he's got Alvin Kamara.
See if he'll do Kelce for Kamara.
Kelce for Kamara. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that a whole lot.
You said maybe even throw in Damian Williams?
If you need to, yep. Because although I do like Damian Williams right now, I am not extremely, I wouldn't bet my house that he keeps the job the entire season. We don't know what's going on with Andy Reid. He could eventually get Darwin Thompson in there a little bit more. Maybe McCoy gets out of the doghouse. Don't know. So if you're getting Kamara back in the trade, you're okay with giving up Damian Williams because you have Waller. Waller's already had his bye.
Okay. Do you guys feel comfortable with starting Mike Williams this week?
Yeah. Oakland secondary. Oakland can be thrown on. It's tough to run on them, but they can be thrown on.
Okay. That'll work. Okay. I appreciate that, guys.
All right, Alex.
Yep.
Thanks for calling in.
All right. You guys have a good one.
Yeah, I would love to see a big game from Williams and from Keenan Allen. I mean, Detroit just threw all over Oakland last week. And I think both Kenny G and Marvin Jones were 100-yard games.
Yep.
So,
and he had good options there at quarterback. I think Rivers will have a good game also.
He should.
Josh Allen,
he should.
They both have good matchups.
Back into the sack, JCH28. Hey, everyone. I'm a listener from the Republic of Panama. Need some help in my money league. Tyrell Williams, Marquise Brown were dropped. Would you drop Terry McLaurin for either rest of season PPR league?
Who was the first one?
Tyrell Williams and Marquise Brown. So you're keeping McLaurin or you're dropping him for one?
I'm keeping McLaurin.
Same here.
Okay. I also need a tight end and flex in PPR. So he's got Mark Andrews, Calvin Ridley, Darren Waller, Rojo, Devonta Freeman, and Breida. His starting lineup: Lamar Jackson, Devontae Adams, Godwin, Coleman, Connor, Rams defense, and Bailey or Badgley could pick him up. So just one kicker. Just stick with your kicker. Alshon and Terry on bye. Thanks for the help. So we need a tight end and a flex. It's between Mark Andrews and Waller this week.
So I think he said he had Connor in his lineup. Connor may not play this week.
Right.
Yep.
So the running back he had on his bench was Breida.
He's got Rojo, Freeman, and Breida.
So I think I'm going to.
No, Coleman. He's already got Coleman in. You could stack Coleman and Breida.
No, I don't think I want to do that. I think I would rather Devonta Freeman. Yeah, I think even against the Saints, I think I would still rather Devonta Freeman for Connor. And if it were me, I would probably go Mark Andrews and Waller.
So you flex one of them, tight end one of them.
Yep.
Too, yeah. I like Mark Andrews this week a lot.
A lot of people are worried on Mark Andrews because he didn't have a great showing against New England, and I think that was purely game plan. I think it was purely game plan. They ran a lot of 2 and 3 tight end sets, and they were using Boyle and Hurts, which I think are better blockers. And what they were doing is they were leaving the same package out on the field, and then they would use those tight ends as blockers, or they would have them set as blockers and then roll out for a screen or come off of their block for a pass. And when Mark Andrews was on the field, I would notice that he would get covered. Then as soon as he walked onto the field, the Patriots game planned for Mark Andrews. That's what they did. So I think that game script kind of took Mark Andrews out of the game because he's the worst blocker of the 3 that they have.
You suck, Mark Andrews. You suck at blocking. Jesus Merks from the Mixler. Chris Conley value will go up with Foles. Oh, he was checking in. All right, so he thinks Chris Conley is going to be more valuable with Foles. I might be sold on that. If Foles can throw downfield, I might be sold on that. I mean, actually, a lot of those guys can shoot downfield pretty well. Just a girl, pick a defense. Jets or Colts this week?
Colts.
I like the Colts. Yeah, against Miami.
Yeah, I like the Colts too. I wish Miami would just start Josh Rosen again because I feel like I was talking to a friend about this. I feel like Fitzpatrick got off script and wasn't supposed to win that game. You know what I mean? Doesn't it just seem like they were just doing just enough to stay competitive and then let it go at the end?
That's right. Right.
I think he got a talking to. JVB, need to flex one. Half point. Jamal Williams, Zach Pascal, Jarvis Landry.
I mean, give me Jamal Williams. I'm honestly just not sitting him right now.
In Jarvis Landry here.
All right. Also, would you start Crowder over any of them? He's available. Should I drop someone to add him? Would be dropping Jarvis or Shady?
I play. Ooh, that's close.
I mean, you're gonna give yourself a headache trying to choose between Pascal, Jarvis, and Crowder.
Right.
So play Jamal and just hang out with what you have. Pascal is a really good option with Brissett. Yep. I think I'm just staying put. I'm staying put and I'm playing Jamal.
Michael?
Crowder. Honestly, I really like Crowder. I think he's getting the targets. I like him a lot. Give me Crowder here.
All right, so would you drop Shady for Crowder then?
I might do that, yeah.
Or would you drop Jarvis for Crowder?
I don't see having much of a future.
Okay. All right. No Bill 1. I have Ingram. Is O.J. Howard a good start against the Cardinals, or should I pick up Gerald Everett or Mike Gesicki?
Gerald Everett.
Yeah. How can you trust O.J. Howard? Like, what's magically changed?
He's doing it just because they're playing the Cardinals. They're so terrible against the tight end, but they're just not throwing to the tight end. So
yeah.
I like Gesicki here.
OJ
honestly.
Howard.
I think
You like Gesicki
I do.
over
yeah.
Gerald Everett?
Remember, Brandon Cooks is out.
I still like him. I think Reynolds takes over that role.
Remember, Jared Goff loves his tight end.
Does he?
I don't know if that's true. I just like to say that.
There, but,
I just like to say
Everett's just looked good this year, and I do like Gesicki. I have him in Dynasty. I need him to do well this week, but if I had the option to play Everett over him, I would.
Yeah,
I would. Cup of tight end? I forget.
Huh?
Who?
Yeah, I did pick it.
Cup of tight end? I forget.
No.
Because if it is Cup, I don't want anything to do with it on the Rams.
Here's the other part of his team. I also have Adams, Kirk, Crowder, OBJ, and AJ Green in a three wide receiver PPR. Who do I start? So
Adams for sure. Who
Adams
are the
for sure.
others?
Kirk, Crowder, OBJ, and AJ Green. I need two more.
Probably Crowder and OBJ for me.
Same. Yep. That's what
I gotta see it from AJ with this new quarterback and a PPR. He's gonna get more targets than Kirk.
Okay. Brett Martin, 16, 8-man standard. I need a reliable wide receiver. I'm stocked with RBs. Dude, I am in a standard league in the same situation. Was offered Amari Cooper and Mark Andrews for Mark Ingram and George Kittle. I would still have Saquon and Carson as my starters with Montgomery or Diggs as my flex. So you selling Ingram and Kittle for Cooper and Andrews?
I'm not. No, I like Kittle too much for the rest of the season. He's my number one for the rest of the year.
I would maybe do Ingram for Cooper straight up. Yeah, he needs to just subtract the tight ends from this trade and do a running back for a wide receiver.
Yep. I like that a lot.
Okay, I agree. Let's see. Cap 2. Giants D, Steelers D, 49ers D. Did we answer Jets or Colts? We did. Oh, Minimal Impact says, the you suck at blocking March Andrews had me laugh out loud. Okay, sorry. I'm glad you enjoy the show. That's why I'm on the show, to make you laugh, to amuse you. Cap 2, Giants D, Steelers D, 49ers D this week. What D do you want the most, Mike?
49ers for me. They're just consistent. They're good. They're fast. Bosa got kind of held up last week, but I don't expect that to stay. I think he'll have another big game.
I'm picking up the Niners D because I want them rest of the season. So that's who I would get.
Same. Do I keep starting it's kind of funny too. Like both of the top two defenses last week put up stinkers. If anybody drops the 49ers or Patriots because they're stupid, pick them up. They're good defenses. Do I keep starting Latavius Murray, or will he go back to barely playing? Mike has talked about this earlier in the show. Mike thinks he's in for the why do I keep calling Melvin Ingram? Mark Ingram role with enough starts, or enough, I should say, touches to be startable. And Jacob, Josh, whatever his name is over there, Lucas, feels differently. I'm horrible on names today. So it's starting, like, say you had to start him. You're starting him as what, a second flex? Is that as high as you go, or would he be your first? What if you only have one flex? Is he fitting into your one flex spot, or do you have to have like two or three flex positions to do it?
I mean, if my bench is full of people on bye, sure, I'll play Latavius Murray.
Yeah, same here. It just depends on what I got in that position, but I'm very confident with Latavius Murray this week.
But don't drop him. Keep him. Keep him on your roster for sure. Don't trade him. No, keep him on your roster. I suppose you could trade him. Do what you want with your team. R Green 3200. Do I start Josh Reynolds or Tyler Boyd, or go for Mike Williams on the wire?
Josh. Wait, this was Josh Reynolds or Tyler Boyd?
Yeah, or grab Mike Williams off the wire.
Yeah, I think Mike Williams. I think Mike Williams for Reynolds.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I think Mike Williams is a better player than Josh Reynolds for sure. Yep. Cap 2. Back at it. Do I start Waller or Everett at tight end this week? Waller's matchup is tough. Everett has an easy matchup. Okay, forget the matchup. Start Waller.
He just gets too many targets, man. That guy's too good.
Oh, my God. It's sleek. Trade. Gabe Hopkins, Coleman, and Pascal. Got Kittle, Godwin, and Kareem Hunt. Who won?
You did by a bunch.
What?
Good job, buddy.
Wait, explain.
What say
side?
the trade one more time.
Yeah,
He
because
gave away.
I strongly disagree with both of you.
Read it again. Read it again.
Okay, so one side is Hopkins, Coleman, and Pascal. The other side is Kittle, Godwin, and Kareem Hunt.
I'd rather have Kittle, Godwin, and Hunt.
Really?
I would.
Well, the first one, Pascal's a nothing. Hopkins, and who is the running back? Coleman?
Yeah.
So it's really Hopkins and Coleman for
Kittle and Godwin. And
Kittle,
Kareem Hunt.
Godwin. I mean, it's kind of hinges on Kareem. You know, if Kareem Hunt comes back and is getting 10 touches a game, I think that the Kareem Hunt side wins this. If Kareem comes back and is a bust, I would have rather had the other. So this trade is really contingent on what happens with Kareem Hunt for me.
Okay. I'd rather have Hopkins and Coleman and Pascal's side. I don't know what Kareem Hunt's going to be when he comes back. I don't know what to make of that Browns team. I don't know if they win another game this season, to be honest. But that doesn't really matter, I guess, for fantasy. I still want the best players. I think Hopkins is the best player out of all these guys, and it's not even close. And I think Tevin Coleman's, I don't know, man. That's a more valuable running back than Kareem Hunt's going to be for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, if they keep feeding him touches, but I am still slightly nervous with, because they just showed us that he can have down, came off a monster game, then had a really down game. They still have 4 running backs on that team that they use when healthy, and we now see that Jimmy G will throw the ball with Emmanuel Sanders being there. Kareem, I don't know. I guess
this is tough.
I guess Steve has kind of convinced me here, but
Kareem Hunt, it might not even matter because this trade. I mean, the way he says gave and who won, I have a feeling this trade already went through. So I mean, it doesn't really matter what we say. I guess if you want to if you want us to make you feel better or good about the trade, and you got Kittle, Godwin, and Kareem Hunt, I would say you have some good upside for the rest of the season.
I mean, Godwin's been a monster, and I don't think that's going away.
You got good consistency. You got some upside with Kareem Hunt and Kittle. Mike really likes Kittle for the rest of the season. So
for one tight end, yep.
And on the other side, as Lucas said, Pascal's a nothing. Coleman is part of a committee. So that hopefully that makes sense to your question. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know how to answer these things. Let me check. I think that's it. OBJ 15. I'm waiting on your lineup, dude. We're waiting to set your lineup tonight. We might be done in an hour 45. You guys want to be done?
Holy.
I mean, where are the calls at? Come on. I tried to keep you guys on the line for as long as I could, and then Steve got mad at me for talking too much. And, now we're ending early, and I don't know what was right and what was wrong here.
All right, so let's give him 2 minutes. If you're listening, you want to call in, we'll go 2 minutes here. We'll wait for your phone call. 256-567-SLEEP. 256-5. Let me do that again. 256-56-SLEEP. 256-567-5337. 256-567-5337. I picked the easiest number in the world for you guys to remember. All you got to do is make a call. And in the meantime, I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? You want to talk about
Here, set one of my lineups for me.
Okay, we'll do a lineup setup. Hang on. I got the music over here somewhere. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the anniversary music? Where is it?
You're on to Cincinnati.
That ain't it. Where's the anniversary music? No, that's not it either. Guys, I can't find my lineup setting music. So go ahead and start. I'll catch up with it.
Okay, so quarterback, we're rocking Lamar. Wide receiver 1 and 2, Tyreek Hill and Cooper Kupp. Running back number 1, Chris Carson. We're going to go ahead and play him. This is a 2-flex league, so here's what I need. A running back 2 and 2 flexes. Out of Jalen Samuels, Jamal Williams, David Montgomery, David Johnson, and I have Darren Waller and Hunter Henry also.
Okay, so for my RB2, it's David Montgomery for me all day.
Okay. So
And then
now
what
we
do we-
have. So now I need. We have Jalen Samuels, Jamal Williams, and David Johnson.
Yeah, I'm not flexing any of those guys. What were your receivers again?
You're not flexing Jamal Williams, Jalen Samuels, or David Johnson, huh?
Well, what are my receiver options again?
Receiver options, we have none that are better. I have Metcalf would be my next wide receiver. But I have Hunter Henry and Waller. So I have Henry in right now. We could use Waller as one of my flexes.
I would do that.
Over who?
Any one of those running backs for sure.
Jalen Samuels had 19 points last week in a PPR. And if Connor's out again.
If Connor's out again, I don't mind Jalen Samuels. I just don't think Connor's going to be out again. That's what worries me about that one. David Johnson's supposedly supposed to be back too, but I mean, it's just the injury threats. They just kind of worry me a little bit. And Kenyon Drake looked fine.
Yeah, but if DJ's back, he's still the lead running back on that team.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, and you really don't like Jamal Williams, do you?
I don't. No, I think Aaron Jones is going to suck up the majority of all the touches.
I mean, here's the last 4 weeks for Jamal Williams. 23 points, 13 points, 19 points, 17 points. He's averaging like 18 points a game over 4 weeks.
I think we're looking at like a 12-13 in a PPR this weekend.
Against Carolina?
Yeah. I really, honestly, I feel like Aaron Jones is just going to dominate.
I think you're okay. So let's make we can't make cookie bets anymore, can we?
You can make the little Pokemon bet. You can buy each other a Pokemon for the app or whatever those things are. The little mascot.
Do you want to do that, Mike?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, so let's do it on Jamal Williams points. What's a fair number?
I think he does less than 14.
Okay, so the number is 14 for Jamal Williams.
In a PPR, right?
Yep, PPR.
Yep.
Okay. Jamal Williams.
And I think there is a dancing pile of poop emoji now. Mascot.
I don't want that one. I want one that I'll use. Actually, I would probably find a lot of uses for that.
All right, well, there you go. That's the show. We got done early this week. Hey, we'll be back on Sunday morning, 10 o'clock, for the Sleepwire Blitz. Help you with start-sit questions before the games kick off. And that is with Dirty Jobs and George and Jason and Chris sometimes. And then, of course, they'll have a show coming out on Friday, looking ahead at the weekend. If you want to reach us if you listen to the show recording, you want to reach us for other questions, Twitter at Sleepwire Show, Facebook groups, Sleepwire Fantasy Football Club, and, of course, on the Sleeper app. Just look for the Sleepwire channel, and I'll have these threads up. Guys, if you're listening to the show and you didn't hear your question, don't worry. I'll put the recording up in just a few minutes here so you can check it out. All right, that's it. Lucas, Mike, Dirty Jobs, good job. Thanks for getting the sack done early tonight. Feels good.
Heck yeah, it's always nice to get done a little early on a Wednesday evening. I love it.
Thanks, guys. Steve, you the man. Mike, solid 2/3 man show.
Yeah, heck yeah. Well, it's like 15 when you consider all my personalities, Lucas. So you got that going for us.
That's right.
All right, everybody. You guys are nuts. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week, 8 o'clock, right here.
What it do, baby?
What it do, baby?
Is this how it feels? Is this how it feels to win?
Oh, this one is for the Browns fans right here.
Oh, no! We suck again!